Was off. Oh wow, we're doing this one today. Okay, it is super blurry. Hang on. Let me see if I can. Cannot. Okay. Well, let's move that a little bit. Cool. Don't know why it didn't go with my main camera there. But anyways, so thank you so much for joining my live. I'm Gabriela, revolutionary strategist and designer for Rebel Brands. Um, so what that means is that I help companies that are challenging the status quo and push for a greater inclusivity for BIPOC and LGBTQ plus disabled individuals and other people from marginalized communities, all while being earth conscious. So this is Rebel brands are brands that are tired of seeing the same cookie cutter stuff that don't reflect or support diverse communities. So if that sounds like you, then you are definitely in the right place. Um, you know, it's a brand that isn't just one that pays, lip service to social issues, but actively fights for change and pushes societal norms to be more inclusive and sustainable. All right, so if you're ready to learn more about what sets Rebel brands apart from the rest and how they're making a rebellious positive impact in the world, so stick around because we're going to go ahead and dive into it. Real quick though, just want to set a reminder that if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments, whether you are watching the live or the replay, okay? And I'll get to them here as soon as possible, okay? All right. So rebel brands often challenge the status quo and the traditional way that things are done within their industries. And as a result, they often create like really strong connections and also strong reactions from consumers. So they may be good or bad, right? But they also reject like traditional marketing techniques like the um, making people overly uncomfortable in order to buy from them, the manipulation tactics that you see. So they tend to follow more ethical marketing practices, right? Another, very manipulative marketing tactic that we see a lot in the online spaces, like coaches trying to push for those, like, oh yeah, work with me and I'll help you get to those 10K months. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, I can't guarantee anything. It's like, but you just were. So so those are all kind of like manipulation tactics, trying to say like, oh, if you follow my program, you'll get X amount of money and all that kind of thing. So just keep an eye out for stuff like that. Okay. So all right. So examples of a rebel brand. All right. So I just want to start off by saying that I am not sponsored in any way by the brands that I'm about to mention. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I don't get any sort of money or nothing like that from them. They're just brands that I feel, based off of the way that they present themselves, are rebel brands. Okay. So one that I feel is not super commonly known is this brand called Listen, and it's spelled LSTN, and Listen Sound Co. And they make headphones. So headphones, earbuds, that kind of stuff, right? And they still make stuff for kids and all that kind of thing too. But I really like their brand because they partner with the Starkey Foundation, which was started in uh, Lambia as a community organization, and it's grown the Starkey Foundation has grown internationally, and what they do is that they provide they sell sustainable headphones to consumers, and for every pair, I believe it is. Let me see. Take a look at their website. Just want to double check. I'm like 99.9% sure that it's for every pair that you buy. Oh, they might have changed it because it doesn't say that anymore. But anyway, so their proceeds go to the Starkey Foundation to help people with hearing loss or um, get hearing aids, right? So, and they're in like so many countries. So uh, when I first started, like when I first knew about them, they used to sell like just the string headphone things, and excuse me, um, I really like them. Like for the mission that they're doing, I thought it was an okay quality. They're definitely the ones I had to use were not like super stereo quality, but they were perfect for what I needed and they were cost effective. Now, of course, their company has changed, so looks like they do make more like studio type headphones, but they help people in Mexico, Peru, Kenya, China, Dominican Republic, Uganda, the US, Sri Lanka, Peru, all sorts of places all over the world. So when you buy a pair of headphones, you give back and you help people that have that experience hearing loss, which I think is freaking awesome. So that is a perfect example of a rebel brand. They have the sustainable headphones. So let's go ahead. They have an impact report that they've shared as well. So, and they start off with like sound and purpose. Um, let's see. I wonder if they have any info on like their sustainability. Let's do a quick search. Um, doesn't look like they do. Huh. They say they're sustainable headphones, but they don't share that here on their impact report, like about their sustainability. Let's go facts. General questions. Oh, well, they don't use any batteries, so that's, refreshing. You don't have to charge them or anything like that, but that also means they're not noise canceling, but they block out noise. Um, yeah, they just say that they're sustainable headphones, but they don't really say how. Maybe because of their reduced real time finding out. So, if you're a Rebel brand and you're saying that you do something, then it'd be really good for you to have information about that on your website somewhere, right? So, if you have sustainable practices, like explain what those sustainable practices are, but also, um, like as you start getting bigger and you start growing, like maybe doing some impact, investing in how to track like your impact and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. So here's an example. Here's a tip. Something that you should do when you're doing if you're a rebel brand and you take certain points. They do really great about sharing their impact as far as helping people with hearing loss uh, that can benefit from hearing aids. Yeah, they talk about that. They give stats, photos of the people they've helped. Patients help 10,000. Oh, wow. The oldest person has been 108 years old. The youngest one, 3. That's crazy. That's really cool. So I love that. So they are still very much a rebel brand, right? Because they're helping people in all over the world with different cultures, different backgrounds. They're helping them um, live more fulfilled lives, right? I do wish they just had some information about the sustainability, but that doesn't make them any less of a rebel brand. Maybe just being a little more transparent with stuff like that, right? Okay, so back to the topic at hand. Okay, so rebel brands also prioritize like inclusivity and diversity, particularly for like marginalized communities such as like the BIPOC, LGBTQ plus community, people with disabilities, and so on. They also prioritize sustainability and take steps to reduce their environmental impact. Um, so, in short, a rebel brand is a company that refuses to conform to traditional norms and instead takes bold and innovative approach to creating positive change in the world. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I don't see any questions in the chat, so if you are watching the replay, please be sure to ask questions. You know, big or small, and questions are important to ask in order to continue to learn. And yeah, we went over an awesome example of a rebel brand. And yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you are interested in learning more about, like the branding basics or anything like that, I do have a brand basics playlist that you can watch on my channel. Please be sure to subscribe, like, again, comment any questions that you have, and again, I'm Gabriela, revolutionary strategist and designer for Rebel Brands. So thank you so much for your time. Have a good day. Bye bye.